larger, a little bit wider, that Ben can actually go towards the Rakan unless EDG bans it. So now it's on EDG's mind if they actually want to ban a Rakan.
Wow, really? EDG pick up Malzahar in this first rotation here. As one of the last remaining big four mid laners, honestly, Zoe, Ryze, and Azir banned out, so he will pick up the Malzahar.
It's much easier to start a fight with Malzahar. And honestly, they're a little bit suspicious about the Vladimir early pick. Sure, 957 is willing to play it in solo queue. And I wonder if he's willing to play it on the big stage, go for that carry pick here, especially in Game 3 up against EDG.
Assumption here that EDG, by EDG, that Vladimir will be going top lane. The Corki ban comes out towards Shia. And it will be a Kha'Zix ban at Haro. Final ban is Rakan towards Ben.
All right, so now Ben has to look elsewhere in terms of the support pick. He might have to hold it. Doubt that EDG would pick their support last pick, since they can very easily just kind of... Actually, it looks like their jungle pick very well could just be... Since the Jarvan got banned, they might go towards the Kha'Zix instead.
Kha'Zix has been banned, unfortunately, so maybe it could be a Lee Sin coming out from Haro.
It's interesting, because going into the second phase really is a question about what you're willing to pick up for your support. Not a lot of teams are willing to use their support for the last pick.
Okay. It will be the Jax coming out from EDG, actually going towards Haro this time, so taking away Kondi's Jax, but he's already got the Jarvan.
It's a bit of a trading pick, so now we can get to see a little bit more action here in the mid lane. Between both, of course, Counter-Strike of the Jax and, of course, the ulti here from Malzahar. Is going to be forcing a few members, especially Vladimir, just to pick up a QSS.
I know it's not that, but it feels like a death sentence to pick Jax nowadays because he's won 1 out of his six total games in the LPL so far. Just never seems to work out. The WE are going to pick up Gangplank into the top lane here, so we know that Vladimir will be going to the mid lane for Sheer.
One of those times where, of course, the win rate can kind of trick you into thinking poorly of the matchup. I think that Jax is pretty decent clear, is great kind of fights that you can look for. A good gank pressure. It doesn't cost too much mana. So I actually appreciate the Jax in the current meta, even if it's not being used to such success.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a coincidence more than the fact the matchup is wrong. I do agree with you there. Otherwise, there's no reason for them to pick it. Braum has been picked up by WE, though, as their final one into the bottom lane there for Xayah. And we're looking towards EDG now for their final lock-in of the series.
All right, while we're waiting for it, I want to look at WE just a little bit, just because, of course, we've been kind of hinting that Xie would pick up the Vladimir. A lot of people question why that would be the case, since we've seen so much more Vladimir top lane than in the mid lane. But Xie has been a Vladimir player. There are a few people in the LPL, like Athena, that would go towards it. Sure, you get pushed in quite frequently, but if the team is willing to play towards the bottom side of the map, kind of more of a reactive gameplay, you know, WE and reactive gameplay apparently goes hand in hand, that you can be a mid-game to late-game teamfight force.
And when I look at WE right now, they really do have a lot of late-game scaling when you look at them. On the opposite side, though, EDG, they have Haro on Jax to see if he can get in there early up against that Jarvan. And also Malzahar, great at starting fights, great at looking for these picks as well. A lot of the Malzahars we're seeing nowadays will go towards sorcery and pick up the ultimate hat and just go full cooldown reduction and have ultimate on like a 40-second cooldown. So we're seeing that a bunch, something that we have to respect for sure. But if we're going late, then almost everyone is just going to pick up a QSS.
Oh yeah. We haven't seen too much Malzahar when it comes to the top tier play between both, like in the LPL. Seen a lot, or a few of it, of course, coming out of Vici. It's kind of weird when you see Vladimir, or at least the Malzahar, not being used to good success around ultimate. But when you're in a top team and every Malzahar cooldown, early scout gets blue buff, starts being able to use that just to trade in the matchup.
Haro pretty much just on Janice's duty right now, just clearing away the blast cones, just allowing his lanes to be a little bit more safe. In terms of where the vision they have to place down, they don't necessarily have to place a ward up river. However, in the mid lane, level 6 has been activated by Scout. In comes the ultimate, and Haro's here for the gang. She very low, but a malefic vision's enough to finish him off in the sanguine pool. First blood to EDG.
There we go. The moment you hit 6, he just jumps right in there. And remember that he has the spell book too, so his flash has a really low cooldown. First use of it, and that's the kill onto Xie.
Absolutely perfect out from EDG, and I was just going to say, we're pretty much waiting for level 6 in all of these lanes, including top lane. Because Raze now actually putting some pressure down onto a 957. and we'll push in this minion wave as well. So EDG leading this around the area. Haro and Condi. He's managed to find that Haro flag drag, but the counter strike will get the stun down. In comes the bottom lane, but the AD carries completely by himself right now. Or should I say Mako gets pulled in by iBoy, but Haro has to flash away. Double flash coming in from WE. They want this man dead. Scout walks up. He doesn't have the ultimate. In fact, he does have the ultimate.
Scout.
Wolf focus down Condi. Flash over the wall, but it's 1 kill to WE.
No way Condi survives off that one, but really smart from WE. It starts with Xie actually defensively using his ultimate because he was afraid of Scout looking for an engage on top of him. But they find and tracked Haro. Haro didn't have much HP, didn't have much room to move. Sure, Mako got stunned up a bit, but he has iBoy to be able to pull him out whenever he wants to. So it was really Haro that was in imminent danger.
This is definitely a little bit awkward. Mako is being caught out on the bottom side. Pops the ultimate very, very late, but we'll be able to turn around this trade now. iBoy stunned in place, it looked like, by Ben. Managed to get a concussive blows out, and now Condi walking into the spot side of the map. He doesn't have the ultimate. And Xie, they're trying to finish this one off. It's going to be close. The smite goes down by Condi. WE are the ones that secure the Rift Herald. Scout comes in. Haro's already dead. But he does pop the ultimate. Scout bringing down the damage onto Condi, but Mako trying to move around the fight. But Ray is down, caught in the middle of the team. WE, one return kill, bravado for the kill. Mako still not dead. Someone finish him off. Okay, there we go. 957, 4 kills over to WE and the Herald.
What a misplay coming in from EDG. It started with Haro trying to solo out the Rift Herald, and he felt pretty awkward. He needed to get out of there. He didn't have much mana to his name, didn't have much HP because he was just soloing it out of his flag and drag. But Ben needed to flash roll, at least that he would have been a casualty.
Condi comes in with flag and drag, lands onto 2, looking towards Scout. Can he lock anyone down? Mako completely by his lonesome. Jump over the wall. Wow, the Cataclysm actually followed. Coming with the Nether Grasp, he should be able to finish off Xie here. He goes into the Sanguine Pool, but gets a bunch of health back. He's still alive.
Yeah, he needs to get out of there with the help of Ben and Condi. Not going to be able to heal with his own Crimson Rush, so he gets his own team to follow him through.
He's about to see the Baron's health very low. It's going to come down to his mind. It's going to secure by iBoy. Now Scout, he's gone invuln, but we're looking towards Mystic. It's a 1v1 trade. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight, Ben is getting shredded. Mystic's down, and EDG find the fight. They find the Baron.
Condi and 957 got to get up on out of there. Nice window of opportunity from EDG. It all happened so quickly. It just turned into that one pick. We were talking about that one opportunity Scout had to look for, and it was a shared responsibility between him and Haro. And you know what? They found the pick, they chased them down. Haro even flashed to get the counter-strike on top of him. And now they're just being able to burst so much in terms of WE's kind of objectives.
Pushing it down the mid lane. They need to be respectful though, because Xie is back up and Condi is there. He doesn't have the Cataclysm, but he's still able to keep them in place for Xie's damage to come through. So EDG, they'll regroup, they'll come back in, but it was all based off of this pick.
Take a look at this. Haro finds a ward too. He places the ward to be able to hop over the wall, flashes to be able to follow up on the Malzahar ulti. And so the TP comes through, and that's where I really start questioning that one. Because don't TP knowing that that kill will go down. Might want to TP on the aftermath off that though. So GP's not going to be able to follow. He's booking it. But that Baron's going to be down by the time he gets there. Of course, Ren's going to be able to secure it too, so it's a bit of a Hail Mary for WE to think that they can take it, and they lose members just because they're trying to contest without GP, and of course thinking that they can take Baron.
Yeah, disaster of a core in the end. It just felt like WE just needed a couple
available to himself, so these team fights going to be a little bit easier.
EDG managed to get caught out in the jungle. That's going to be a big Cataclysm coming down. Scout's already removed from the fight. Couple quick seconds of the invulnerability. Bahara has to jump away. iBoy trapped in the red pit. Massive ultimate out from Ray. He may have just salvaged this team fight. Kind of back coming in from Mystic, but he has to stasis up. He's down. Triple kill for Ray. And 100%. They've just saved the game right there. Ray jumps in, finds his 4th kill. Oh, it's going to be sniped away by iBoy.
What an unbelievable Meganar ulti. What the hell was that? Ray swept 4 people in there, and iBoy remained alive, still had stopwatch at the end of that to just keep alive the moment Xie comes into the fight.
They're going to keep on pushing here, Raz. They have the Baron's up minion wave. 20 seconds, 10 seconds on a lot of these carries with 3 members still available. Ray may have just put the final nail in the coffin with that Nara ultimate. Ben comes up. He's trying to block all the damage he can. Be a pest to iBoy. But the last Nexus turret's down. Mako's low. They're onto the Nexus. But members are respawning. Ray, he's going to turn around, but he's onto the Nexus. Someone get him off that. Mystic comes up, but it's finished off. Ray's done it. EDG find a 2-1 victory over WE.
And it all ends so quickly. They found Xie on the top side of the map. They killed him. They went for Baron. They went towards mid lane. And it felt really weird because WE thought they had such a sick fight. It looked good. It was a little interesting, but like the fact that iBoy was able to remain alive for so long in the red buff pit, just kiting back, and then waits for Ray. Hats off to him. Hats off to Mako. He's able to get the ulti off too, so they can stay alive for that much longer.
Honestly, looking at the face of EDG, it didn't look like they realized the game had ended because I didn't expect it to end right there. I thought it was going to be a siege, going to have to look for an opportunity to open up the game once again after that Baron. And the fact that WE, it looked like they just managed to catch them out in the midst of their jungle, but it was all on Ray's play with that ultimate. That Nara ultimate literally ended the game and ended the entire series. Hats off to him, hats off to the team of EDG because in the end, Hans Des was correct. EDG picked up the game, but for a long